Hello, have you ever wondered, is Oceania a continent or region? You may think it's pretty obvious, but I've seen plenty on either side. So today, let's get to the bottom of it. To start off, what is a continent? It's pretty vague, but there are a few quintessential features that define continents. Number 1, it must be a large landmass. Number 2, it should be continuous. Number 3, it should be discrete. Under this makes up North America, South America, Africa, Antarctica, Europe, and... wait a minute, what's up with Europe and Asia? There are many exceptions to continental defining. The reason Europe and Asia aren't commonly recognized as one continent is due to the cultural differences being so contrasting. It's kind of like a variation of Rule 3, it should be discrete. However, you can make the same argument for the Middle East. How come it's not its own continent? So, to avoid confusion, many just opt to call it Eurasia. So, now we have North America, South America, Africa, Eurasia, Antarctica, and... So, if Australia is the continent, then what happens to all these other countries? Microcontinents, regions, and more. When it comes to continents, they are ideally separated by oceans. But there's also one more thing: continental plates. See this? New Zealand is not a part of Australia's continental plate, unlike Papua New Guinea. But New Zealand isn't big enough to be its own full isolated continent. That's why microcontinents exist. Madagascar and New Zealand are both microcontinents. So, does New Zealand just not belong anywhere? This is where regions come in. Oceania is divided into 4 regions. They contain Australia, New Zealand, and all the rest. These 4 subregions are called Australasia, Melanesia, Micronesia, and Polynesia. This allows looser categorization without relying on connected land masses. All these islands are too far away to be considered Australia. The one thing I believe most people get confused with is that not all countries have to be a part of a continent. So, in conclusion, Oceania is not a continent. It's a region that makes up the many islands of the Pacific. Extra questions. Why is Greenland not a continent? And isn't South America connected to North America? Since continents oftentimes have regard to the tectonic plates, Greenland was bunched with North America. South America itself does actually touch North America through the Isthmus of Panama. However, similar to Europe and Asia, putting them together lacks discretion. Some, however, just decide to bunch them together as the Americas.